We have Cage Gladiator this weekend. We've got one half of the main event here in the professional bantamweight division. Mikey from Paddy Holohan's gym, Holohan Martial Arts. How are you? Thank you very much for your time. How are you feeling this fight week? What does fight week look like for you?
Fight week, yeah. Look, I'm feeling good. Obviously the last few little bits, kilos of weight to cut. I'm not feeling tired. I'm feeling strong, feeling full of energy. So yeah, it's going good. It's going good.
Yeah, and you're coming off a long absence as well. It's 4 years to yesterday, I believe you said to me just before we started.
Yeah.
What was the reason for the absence, if you're comfortable going into that? And how does it feel to be back?
Yeah. So 4 years ago yesterday I fought over in Poland. That was sort of height of COVID times. So after that fight, then I changed gyms. So I'm obviously now up with Holohan Martial Arts and Paddy Holohan. And then I was back training after obviously changing over and stuff like that. I didn't know if I wanted to do the sport anymore. I was sort of thinking I was stepping away, lost all motivation. And then I had the birth of my second son, so he's 2 now. So yeah, just my girlfriend struggled a little bit after that. And I just needed to obviously take a bit of time out, help for personal reasons, stuff like that. Couple of injuries during that time as well. Nothing major, just minor, which was setbacks again. So sort of finding the love for it was hard, when you're constantly getting set back. And then what actually got me back was I had some of my own sort of difficult times as well with mental health and stuff like that. That was sort of end of last year, started this year. Drinking every night. I was drinking from Thursday to Sunday, no training, sitting in the house. I wasn't even like I was going out. So I sort of got a couple of bad moments during that, and I was like, right, I've 2 kids now. Like, I need to do something. And I no other training. I was playing football. I was doing the gym, and no other training was sort of giving me that. It wasn't filling the belly. So I said I just have to go back training. Have to get back training. So I forced myself to go back training. I was like, right, that's it now, enough of this. And since then, that was maybe February this year. So I've been flat out since then. And there's obviously a lot of there's been times where I've thought about, even like the start of the year when I come back, I was like, do I still want to do this? And there's been a good couple of people now that I will give a shout out to that have really, really helped me stay dedicated to it, so it's not it wasn't all me.
No, and fair play to you, because like that mental health is something that's not spoken about as much in men. Is coming a little bit more available, and like I say, congratulations on the birth of your second son as well, and helping your partner through that, because like people don't understand. They see you fight for 15 minutes or whatever it may be in the cage, but they don't understand the crux and bones of it is you're just a person like myself and other people, and you have these daily things you have to do. You live the same life as all of us. You just do something that a lot of us can't do, but you still underneath it are a human being at the end of the day, with problems and highs and lows like we all do. But what brought the motivation back? Paddy Holohan would be one person to definitely have you motivated to come back. Talk to us about what was like going to his gym and how you've fit in since you've been there.
Yeah, well, when I went there the first time, Paddy was like, "You have something, so just need to work now on," because I was in and out. I'd probably be there for 3-4 weeks, and then I'd stop for a week or two. And I was like, "You're gonna be the guy who is gonna be here in your 30s, regretting everything." And he said that to me the first time, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's actually right. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to have regrets of like, what if." What if I stuck it out? Where could we go with it? Like, sort of stuff. So, and he's really, really believes in me. So, when you have somebody like that at that caliber, what he's achieved and what he's doing now, believing in you, it makes it feel worth it. Like, it makes you really believe in yourself as well. So,
yeah, and Paddy, like that, he wears his heart on his sleeve. I see him with the fighters, whether it's a novice fight, an amateur fight. He is at nearly every show that I go to. And there's very few coaches that are like that. And it could be just because of schedule and how many fighters they have. But you can see how much it means to Paddy. And like I said, you don't want to be the biggest, the what if, the regrets, and going on. But obviously, you've got a fight coming up this weekend. You're going to be fighting Jack Core, who's obviously, it's going to be his hometown show. It's going to be it's their show. How does it feel to go up and go against the crowd? Because obviously your first fight was in Poland as well. Is that something that bothers you, going with the crowd against you, or does it motivate you more?
No, I'm used to fighting in backyards. Like I fought over in Scotland. I fought Reese McEwen over in Scotland, middle of Glasgow, you know. I've fought up in Belfast, probably more of all my fights. I think I've maybe had one or two, maybe one in Dublin. I think I've won in Drogheda, and then yeah, so they've always been against people in their backyard, like, you know. So maybe after this win now on Sunday, Cage Gladiators can come to Dublin.
It would be good. I think it's a shame now there's not as many shows in the Republic, but I think with, like, for financial reasons and stuff like that, it's a little bit more harder to run a show.
Makes sense, yeah.
With safe MMA, whereas up north, and then up north for amateurs, I know this is professional, you have the day before weigh in. Up north, down south, you have to do the day of weigh in, which I think hinders it a bit. But like fight week, like I said, you've got your weight cut this week. What's your weight cut like? Like, do you cut much, and how are you finding it? You said you're full of energy and you feel strong. Like, so obviously, is this something that was always the case, or have you changed it from before?
No, I've definitely changed a lot of stuff. Like I said, having Paddy and having the team around me in Holohan martial arts, like, we've experienced guys there, and I've picked up obviously tips and tricks off of them as well. But I've never struggled making weight. You know, this has been really good as well. Like, you know, so I've the last couple of kilos now to lose. We lost. I think we're more than, yeah, we're nearly there. We should be, like, I shouldn't have to like do bats or do sauna, no, nothing like that. Like, it's literally I'm walking in here, step on the scales, I'm gonna be on weight. Like, you know, there's gonna be no dehydration, no nothing like that.
Yeah, no, to me, I was with a fighter, and we'd watched him do the sauna, and it didn't look pleasant, to be honest.
I've had to do it once, and it's not pleasant, no.
I think if you can gradually get yourself down there, with dieting and the nutrition advice available now, like even to when you competed last time 4 years ago, have you seen an advancement in MMA, whether it be fighting technique and nutrition, skill level, stuff like that? Have you noticed a fast difference since the last time you've been in there with the different facets of MMA?
Yeah, definitely. Like, in my own, like, I'm doing MMA now since, well, it must be nearly 10 years. Like, obviously with the breaks and stuff, training on and off. Yeah, it must be about 10 years or so. Like, so I have got a lot of experience fighting and competing and stuff like that as well. Like, you know, I boxed then since from a young age as well. So, no, there's no problem with ever making weight, with ever getting in there and fighting. Like, you know, it's never a problem. I'm nice and relaxed this week as well, which is very good. Like, I'm obviously, look, you're gonna get a few nerves and stuff like that in it. But yeah, I definitely feel like we've come on an awful lot in 4 years.
Yeah, no, I think we have. And obviously, if Jack's gonna try research you and look at your fights from 4 years ago, I'm assuming you're a completely different fighter. Like the improvements that have been made, even from, like I said, when you joined Paddy's gym in at the start of the year to now, there's probably huge improvements. Like, when you look at Jack, he's fought more recently, have you looked at him and studied him yourself?
Not too much, to be honest with you. I actually, like, I didn't really know the name. Like, when they put up, I seen they put up the fight. They were looking for a pro bantamweight for an opponent 1-0, and I just messaged them and I was like, "Look, guys, I'll take that fight." I didn't ask who the opponent was. I didn't ask about money. It doesn't bother me. Like, you know, I'll get in and I'll fight anyone. I just wanted to fight, and so yeah, they accepted the fight obviously, and I think when I watched his last fight, like in the gym there not too long ago, I remembered it from, I obviously watched that card like on the live stream where I was like, oh yeah, I remember that fight. Like, but I didn't know either of the guys that were fighting. Like, but yeah, other than that, I didn't really know him.
Yeah, and then obviously you're going to know him this weekend when you get up close and personal. Once you kind of step into that cage, like you said, obviously you relax this week, the little bit of nerves and come and go. But once that cage door is shut, What's that feeling like, and what's going through your mind at the time?
It's the game plan. You just stick it, just that game plan of what you're going to implement. Like, you know, that's the main thing. Like, even when I'd fought 4 years ago in Poland, I was actually surprised myself by how calm I was walking out, and as soon as the cage door closed, like I was like, oh, I'm like vibing here. Like, this is mad. Like, so yeah, I'm looking forward to getting in there. Belfast is great to fight as well. Like, it's a great city to fight in. I fought there a couple of times, so I'm looking forward to it again. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a mad crowd in Belfast, and like that is the atmosphere, and I think the atmosphere is what makes the show. So I'll be there this Sunday as well to see you fight in person. It's going to be a pleasure. But you're not looking past your opponent, but obviously, have you plans for next year on how active you want to be, and with the amount of shows we have, even regionally, as a fighter, what's that like for you to try and get more professional fights in 2025?
Yeah, I'm planning on a big 2025 now. We've a lot of shows obviously coming up. Like the end of even this year is crazy. Like there's so many shows going on. So hopefully next year is like that as well, from the start to the finish of the year. I'm hoping to get a good few fights. Like I'd be happy with as many as I can get really. I have my eyes set on big shows, so I'm hoping get a good streak going. So obviously win Sunday, and then we'll push on, then set the calendar up then for next year.
Yeah, no, and it's good. Like it's just talk to you. I can feel the calmness. I can feel the confidence, and the excitement then to be back and finally fighting again. And you can see obviously the consistency's been there over the past couple of months. But it'll be a pleasure to see you fight this weekend. I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you want to say before you go, or anyone you want to shout out?
And I want to shout out everybody that's helped me from this camp. Like, you know, I won't go through names because it'll be just take too long. But yeah, definitely everybody at Holohan Martial Arts as well for giving me their time, giving me their knowledge, and helping me out with this camp. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a pleasure. Thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it on fight week. I can't wait to meet you in person this weekend, and I will see you then.
Yeah. See you then, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.